AK Option Trader back at you again with another edition of AK Option Trader, looking at some stock charts and some market analysis, see where we might be heading this week. So let's jump right into it. I'm going to start with a chart that seemed to got everybody pretty excited this week. When I posted on Chartly or on Twitter, I had several direct messages and several tweets on it. I'm not happy that I posted it, I guess. I don't know what the deal was there. But anyway, it was the VIX. All I did was show in the history why I thought this 16 line was a pretty strong line. You can see it dip below it here. This 16 line, every time we hit it, this last, I don't know, since this was October of '07, we hit down here. June of '08, we hit down here. Both those times we bounced up nearly 100%, 14 points, so 16, so 85%, whatever it is. From 16 all the way up here, not in a straight line, obviously. And then same thing here, not in a straight line, obviously, up here, before retesting about 50% down and taking off. So basically, I just wanted to show that we are near that area again on the VIX, coming down to this area here. The 16, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a nice move up. I don't know if it'll be 14 points again. It seems to make sense to me that it would, because it did it before. History tends to repeat itself in the markets. I know people say it doesn't, but I believe it does. I look back at history a lot of times to find out how we're acting to what point of the chart or what time frame. I think things kind of move in cycles quite a bit here. So anyway, just watch for that. If it does break this and we close beneath this line here, then there really is a lot of empty space. I mean, we're looking back to early '07 numbers to find some support, and we could drop a lot, which would be a rally for this market. Obviously, I kind of think we're topping though a little bit. This was a 5-year, so we're going to move down into a 1-year on the Dow, 1-year daily chart on the Dow, and I'll show you why I think that if it ever loads. All right, so basically, we got the channel that we've been watching. This channel here broke out of that in January, retested, dropped back down. Now we've formed a new one down here, kind of uptrend here. We did break a back above it, but now we've kind of got a spin top doji in here, touching the top of the Bollinger Band. We've had a long run here. We've had a long up run without any type of pullback. See this last run here? We had this pullback down into this area and then moved up. We need a pullback. I think we'll take this out, and I think a pullback would make sense down to this 10.521 area. Okay, maybe stall out and then maybe make another run up. But I think this market needs to take a breather, and I think this is a good area for it. We did break above these highs here, and we did close above them. Closed pretty much almost right on them, just slightly above them on Friday. Okay, so you've got kind of a reversal on an options expiration. I take that into consideration. The indecision and the movement that we did, it was an options expiration. So now we're going to, everything's slow because I got the NCAA games on, so my charts are loading slow. So I'm going to pause just a second and turn those off. All right, I'm back. Anyway, so here's the SPX. Same type of thing here. Had a nice move up here to pull back. Now we've had a really long run, twice as long as this. We're due for a pullback. You can see it's moving off the top Bollinger Band, which is as expected. We had a doji cross. We've got a engulfing, which you can see even better if I take the studies off. You got an engulfing here at this top. We're having a hard time closing above that top line there. When I zoom in, you can see I have the line there. Having a hard time closing above that line. We did close beneath this steep uptrend here, but that's not that big a deal. It's not that strong of support, so I'm not too worried about it. But it looks like we could roll over really easy right here. It looks like a great place to do it. Maybe roll down. This line here, obviously 1151.67 is going to offer some support if it holds. If we break that, then we're going to have to look down here in this area for 1130 for major support. Okay, so I'd still be looking for this thing to roll over maybe in this area here and retest those areas. And then if you look at the NASDAQ, same type of thing. If I take these off, you can see it's maybe not 100% engulfing, but darn close to that candle there. But you got a good top wick. You got a small bodied, large wick candle, and then you've got this almost spin top type big bearish candle coming down here on expiration Friday. So this could easily roll over. I like this area as support 23.27 if it does roll over. It could stop along these stops here and then fall down to that. But that's kind of the area I'd be looking at for support on there. Another one that I've been watching, real curious about, is RUT. I've talked about it the last few months a lot. Same type of thing. You got a real long wick here, a couple top wicks you could see. Remember from me talking about on the blog that this was starting to look a little top heavy, and it does again. Real long body candle. I don't know how strong a support this will be here. Um, my guess would be not too long. It may stop on it, and maybe a day, maybe not, maybe just blow right through it. As you can see, this candle took it out no problem. So I would imagine it's not the strongest of support. It's not a straight line. I'd be more strong around 650 area. I think offered quite a bit more support, or this gap up in here, which is the 654, 655 area. That area I would say was going to offer some decent support. I'm not sure about this line here. I think this could break down pretty easy on it if this keeps rolling over, which it looks like it will. To me, it looks like it will. If you look at the euro US dollar, the euro, remember this line here, I said if it breaks here, we're going down hard, and we did. Boom, 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 boom. And then we rallied off the bottom and another drop, and we're coming off the bottom. So we'll probably move sideways here, maybe trend down slowly on the euro US dollar. But if you look at the UUP, which I've been talking about the last few days, again, you got the UUP. With this breakout here, I talked about this consolidation, thinking that we'd break to the upside out of this eventually, and we might be in that move now. This is pretty strong, about as strong as a move we've had since the beginning of this consolidation right here. So I could easily see us popping up here, maybe stalling out in this area, coming back down here, and then going up. If we do break out above this, I'm looking for a buck move up. I'm looking for the 2470 area or something like that. So pretty strong move, which would be pretty bearish for this market, which I think it needs right now. Anyway, to get a breather, if we want to have any more upside, I think we need some of that. Of course, we have noticed a slight disconnect lately between the UUP and the market. So, but still, I think a move like that will definitely affect the market. A couple things we've got to look out for next week too. I'll get into before we start looking at just some regular stock trades. Is the healthcare vote today, which is Sunday night. I think if that healthcare passes, I'm going to be really, really bearish on this market for a while. I just have a feeling this thing's going to turn over and tank hard once we start getting the details of that bill. If it fails, I could see us rallying real easy. So keep that in mind amongst everything I'm showing you just on the charts, okay? So let's jump into some stock charts real quick. So here's GS, Goldman Sachs. I talked about this breakdown here before. Talked about this retest of these highs here and how it rallied out, or dropped off of that, and a breakout down here. Same type of thing here. Okay, we're just retesting this high right now. We've been making lower highs, and now it's come up and retest. So we got either a double top forming here or a breakout. Okay, so you got a double top breakout. It's got earnings coming up here in April, April 12th. We just got done with some earnings back here on 121. So April 12th, we got some earnings coming out. So keep an eye on that. Looks like it's stalling out here. I wouldn't be surprised to see it drop a little bit, maybe all the way back down into here, 170 area. So it's just at some resistance. Just want to point that out to you to watch it, and maybe keep an eye on the XLF financials as well. Here's WAG. This one came out with earnings already. I like the fact or not, didn't come out. It's got earnings coming up, but I like the fact that it's hitting on this 200 moving average. I like the fact that it's stalled out. I like this spin top doji here. I wouldn't play it before earnings, but I think I'd be looking for this thing to stall out and drop here. This is the nice retest of the drop beneath the 200 moving average. Looks to me long term like this thing might be heading south. PSUN, Pacific Sun, this one is an earnings play, came up, filled the gaps, looks like it's dropping down pretty good here. Probably stall out than 20 a little bit and then head down to the 200 moving average. So if you want to play some puts, that might be a way to go. And then SMRT is another earnings one I really liked here. Love this. Come out, break to 200, came down, earnings, woohoo, earnings great, jumped up. Well, maybe not so good. You leave a long wick here, got a bearish engulfing candle underneath the 200 moving average and took out this gap. If we had not taken out this gap, if it had stalled out in this gap, I'd be looking for another bounce. The fact that it closed beneath the gap, I'd be looking for this thing to drop, and I'm probably going to be looking for it to drop beneath these lows here. $7 range, 725 area, 750, somewhere in there. Not sure yet. Have to watch and see what kind of action we got. So that's PSUN. As the last one. So anyway, we've got housing news, existing home sales on Tuesday, durable orders coming up Wednesday. We got jobs numbers on Thursday, but we got 2 days of housing news, existing home and new home sales. So maybe watch the HXB a little bit along the week as well. You can see it looks pretty bearish here. I posted it a few times, probably talk about it more next week. And it looks like it's really turning over hard here. If we get another big day follow through on this thing, I'd be pretty bearish on it, maybe all the way down to this uptrend line. So that's it for this week. Keep an eye on the news. Keep an eye on that healthcare bill. I really think if it passes, we're going to be heading south. This will be the AK Option Trader signing off. Trade well and prosper.